Munashi Joshi winning jockey of the career. The mount of visiting jockey Tapiso Kumede. A warm welcome to Tapiso. Hope he has a good day's racing here at Bardell Park. Number one is Mr. Thief, the mount of Walter Shumba. Racing with blinkers for the first time today on horse number one, Mr. Thief. Number three, Manvia, the mount of Norbert Takawira. Next to come out on parade is horse number five, Ginger Matinja and Jared Penny, a winner of his last out on parade with the white cap. That's horse number six, Carrillo and Menashe Joshi. So the final runner will be horse number four, Mill Creek Antique Gold. So those are your six runners on their way down to the 1,260 meter mark. Off time 5:01. So we've got approximately 8 minutes to go to the off of race number two.
Race 2 this afternoon is the MR60 handicap over 1,260 meters. It forms the first leg of today's pick 6 here at Bardell Park. 6 runners going to post, and it looks a bit of a tricky race this, because one or two will stick out, but collateral form does bring other horses into play. Let's go through the number one, Mr. Thief from the Vanessa Biggertoft yard, when also Schumbert gets the ride. One as he liked when winning his maiden and over 1,100 meters, though it wasn't soft going. He won by 5 lengths, beating State Your Case, who obviously has not franked the form, so that is a concern. But since then, just seems to lost his way. Well beaten by Assumed and Keen Spirit, and last time out, completely outrun by Y Madeira. Back up the straight, which I think could be this horse's better distance on collateral form. Blinkers are on for the first time. This horse, I think, will improve. He could be a sneaker in the pack on best form. He ran second to Manvia, who's fancied today. So watch out for Mr. Thief. He could very well sneak up here in the second. Then came out last time over 1,600 meters and just got caught late by Y Madeira. She's a big striding filly, this Futura filly, and she'll make a good testing 1260. And she's never done too badly over sprints, but always been better around the bend. But it's not as strong as the fields, and there's no reason why this horse can't win. Number 3, Manvia from Deborah Swanson yard. Norbert Takawira gets the ride. A little bit in and out form here. Lost a bit of its way, ran the Guineas, came back around a good second behind Keen Spirit, but then subsequently came out and ran quite a poor race behind Keen Spirit. And then last time out, not the greatest of runs in a similar field behind Emily's Song. Slightly bit off in the weights. He has to improve, be more consistent for me on the Keen Spirit form line. We've got to fancy him, but I think he could be held. Number 4, Mill Creek from the Deborah Swanson yard. Tikul gets the ride for a bunch of owners. And this horse is consistent. She's always been there and thereabouts. And the last run behind Emily's Song was a good run. She ran 4th there. Earlier form behind Cool Solution and Ian's Ferrari. She's a 7-year-old Path Fork filly, mare, sorry. And you know what? On a day, she could very well pop up. I just feel that she might need a bit of give in the ground. It is getting hot out there. Might not suit her. Ginger Matinja, well, he finally won his maiden last time out in a 3-horse field. Prior to that, his form hasn't been great. First time out the maidens, I think watch for now. Then the only maiden in the race, number 6, Carrier. Now, have a look at this horse, because he's an interesting runner in an earlier form. We go back to his earlier career behind Keen Spirit. He's been beaten 8 lengths. Keen Spirit's won 3 or 4 since then. He came out behind Chavez and won a good race. Chavez came on and subsequently ran a cracking race after that run. And last time out as a maiden in an MR58, similar field, ran 2 lengths behind Emily's Song with Manasi Joycey on board. He is the only maiden in the race, but again, on the Emily Song form line through Mill Creek and Manvia, you've got a lot of respect for the carrier. Maybe he likes to carry no weight in his back, because the previous stars was 60 kgs. He's battled a bit, and this could be the lurker of the pack. I know he's a maiden, but just something about this horse I think could just surprise us today. Watch out for number 6, Carrier. So like I said, first look at the pick 6. It's tricky. You've always got to narrow it down. I'm going to go with a chance. I'm going to stick with Karoo Winter. I think she could just be strong enough to gallop this horse into the ground here. For second, I'm going number 6, Carrier. I think this is a lurker in the pack. For third, I'm going number 4, Mill Creek. And for fourth, number 3, Manvia.
to ride what? I'm gonna give you a job as my jockey, like Nicky and them. So I'll pay you to come ride my work, and I guarantee you rides. I'll give you rides. Unless I bring you a South African jockey, you ride in my old cart. And you sit him down and see what you can do. Maybe you can cut him back on the riding fee. So I'll give you more to ride work, but then I'll cut you back on the riding fee, because that's the arrangement I have. I can't give you so much for a riding fee and pay you to ride work and give you the rides. Just open the door a little bit for him. Unless you're 100% sure you bring a SA jockey. Are you 100% sure you bring the SA jockey for the last meeting? Where's he going to run? What are we clashing with? Joburg. Is it Scottsville? No. Yeah, but Cavello and them shouldn't be going. He's also got to wake up and smell the fucking coffee. Wake up and smell the coffee. We're saying thanks. Well done. He's part of the team. So. What did you do with Walker Bay? Oh, you spoke with him. Yeah. Faisal's not paying. I don't know if Faisal pays. I think Faisal buys them, and I'm not sure Faisal pays. He's got too many horses in the system to pay for them all. I think the trainers just want him to give them a horse. Then they put a share and they give him a share, and then that's it. Oh, goodness me. What's the time? Lloydie, you better tell that mister I want proper lunch. Go and see him, huh? Because I told him to back Windsor Lane. Go and tell him that Jason, or whatever his name is. Bring my... Huh? There. And I played the chips because tomorrow this was for Vanessa. But you might be going down to a winner, and then you'll have to rush off to go and celebrate with Ox. You've got no power. Runners coming forward down at the 1,260 meter mark for the running of the pick six, the first leg here, merit rated 60. We've loaded the favourite Karoo Winter alongside Manvia. Into stallgate 1 is Career with the white cap. Ginger Matinja and Mr. Thief together with Mill Creek to complete the lineup, and is out the way. All set. 12:60 to run. White flag raised. And away they go. Mr. Thief loses the start badly there, loses 2 to 3 lengths. Quick into stride, we've got Karoo Winter together with Ginger Matinja. Behind that, we find Mill Creek. Mr. Thief's come up the fence now and try to make up that lost ground, and Career's at the back of the field with Manvia. So they make their way quickly to the 1,000 meter mark, and Mr. Thief now grabbed a hold of the bit and is rushed up to join Ginger Matinja out in front. Back on the inside, we've got Karoo Winter together with Manvia. In behind that, we find Mill Creek, and Career's at the back of the field. So it's the favorite in the orange and blue silks. That's Career Winter, who leads by a length. Back in second, we've got Manvia. Towards the standside rail, we've got Mr. Thief and Ginger Matinja. The white cap belongs to Career, and Mill Creek still got 3 to go. It's Manvia on the inside now. That joins in front now with Karoo Winter. In behind them, we find Ginger Matinja. Career together with Mill Creek trying to get through. Mr. Thief still on the fence with 4 to go, as Karoo Winter now presses on by 2 lengths. Back in second, we've got Mill Creek coming up strongly. Just behind that, we find Ginger Matinja, but it's Karoo Winter back in front. Back in second, we've got Mill Creek, Karoo Winter, and Mill Creek's coming quickly now. And Mill Creek will beat Karoo Winter. Third will go to Ginger Matinja. Fourth will go to Manvia. Then we find Cario, and at the back of the field, Mr. Thief. Well, this was a perfect ride. The jockey on board, Mill Creek Teak Gould, that takes him to the top of the ladder here in Zimbabwe. He was off the pace at the back of the field while they were rushing about in front. And he's going to get the better of Karoo Winter in the last 100 meters. A good ride from him. Third place will go to Ginger Matinja. Fourth will go to Manvia. And then we had Career and Mr. Thief, who blew the start and rushed up to join the early pace setters. Oh, Mr. Thief loses the start badly there, loses 2 to 3.
His career start on the Teak Gould. Ultra consistent, this filly is. He's always there and thereabouts, and nice to finally get another one on the board.
No, thank you, Tom. She's the granny of the racecourse, and she just runs and runs her heart out every time. She's not always easy on race day, but the rest of the week she's as easy as a flower, and she teaches all my babies, and she earns her keep completely. She's just a little stable rock star, and I'm very proud of her. Well, done to her owners, we've got a small little syndicate of people that have kept her going 7 years, little redhead, and she still gives honest performance. I did like her today, I must admit. I kind of thought Manva was the right one on his form, and he's definitely a more talented horse, but he gets a little bit lazy in the finish. I think the 1260 is a little bit too far for him. So, but and then when I looked again, I thought, hang on, Mill Creek, no, she's got to have a big chance in this race. So well done to Grant Littleford for actually getting in touch with me earlier on. I've forgotten to tell him about that one. So very glad she came home. I hope her owners are very chuffed for her, because she gives them 100% every time.
Well done. Well, your yard's in good vein of form of late, running having winners after winners. So, what's next up? Cool solution.
Always. Put your money now, Tom.
There from Deborah Swanson, winning trainer of Mill Creek. Teak, nice right win here. She had a bit of form behind her, and she won a good race.
Yes, she did have form. I looked at that other horse in the race which had a bit of form, and I had the perfect lead throughout the whole race. And yeah, I just bided my time. And Debbie told me that she'll come with the late run, and yeah, that's exactly what she did. I got the gap at the right time, and it played off.
She dug down deep. I mean, the other one kept going for a little bit longer, but she dug down nicely.
Yes, the way I moved up, I thought I'd actually pass it quite easily, but he made me work, and I just had to get that last bit extra out of her, and she fought him off nicely.
Nice win, one on the board. Well done.
Thank you. Just big thanks to Deborah and Bridget as well for bringing me up for the rides. I appreciate it. I hope I can get a winner for both of them. And to my sponsors at Fuelcom, Krista and Mariska, I appreciate it. Thank you.
There from Teak Gould, the winning rider, number 4, Mill Creek, comes up here and wins the second race of the afternoon on this 7-year-old Pathwalk mare. Well done to all the owners in this race. She won a good race, followed the right horse, sat behind Karoo Winter. When she asked the question, she dug down, had to work a bit, but she got there eventually, and a nice 6th career victory. Second place went to number 2, Karoo Winter, ultra consistent. She is of late, and she'll win another race sooner or later. She's not far off that. Third place went to number 5, Ginger Matinja. That's a good one. First time out the maidens. We didn't think, we were a bit worried about the way she won a maiden last time out, what she actually beat. But it's a good run out the maidens, and there could be more to come from this 3-year-old Coup de Grace colt. And fourth place went to number 3, Manvia.
Race 3 on today's program is a merit rated 65 handicap to be run over 1,500 meters, and the runners and riders are about to leave the parade ring and make their way down to the 1,500 meter mark. Off time for race 3 is 25 past 1, so we've got 10 minutes to go to running of race number 3 on Derby Day here at Bordell Park. First runner to come out on parade is horse number 1, Differentiate, the favorite, the mount of Tapiso Kumede. Unlucky in his first start on board Karoo Winter when making most of the running and just getting collared late by Mill Creek in his first ride this afternoon. So Tapiso will be looking to get in the winner's box very shortly. Number 2 is Cool Solution, having his 83rd start and looking for his 13th win. What a fantastic horse he's been to Ron Measure and his partners. Norbert Takawera rides him again today. Number 5, Stable Companion, Chatan and Francois Herald. Number 6, Alba Warning and Walter Shumba. Number 4, At the Office, who really hasn't been at the office in his last couple of starts, looking for an improved run from him. Antique Gold, and completing the lineup is horse number 3, Pacific Duke and Jared Penny. So those are your 6 runners on their way to the start. The betting boards has the 3 runners at the top of the boards. That's horse number 1, Differentiate, number 2, Cool Solution, and number 5, Chatan, all trading round about 5 to 2, 22 to 10.
Race 3 this afternoon is a mare rated 65 handicap over 1,500 meters. 6 runners going to post, and it looks like 3 horses here dictate the betting, and I think those 3 are the right ones in the race, but we'll go through them as one by one. Number 1, Differentiate, this 5-year-old 8-foal Park mare. Doesn't know how to run a bad race. She's always ultra consistent. She's run thereabouts. She's won a good races, beating Ian's Ferrari. Won last time out a cracking race, beating She's a Legend. But she likes to carry no weight in the back, and that is my one concern in this race, is that she is to lumber 60.5 kgs. Not a big filly, this mare, this 5-year-old mare, and that's my only concern, is that the 60.5 kgs might just take a toll on her, though she is a class horse in the race, having run behind some really decent horses, and looks the horse to beat. Number 2, Cool Solution, looking for his 13th career victory, 82 starts so far. And he doesn't know how to stop winning. He won a good race last time out in the similar kind of distance, 1450, when getting out to beat Kursk on a good ride from Norbert Takawera, who gets back on board this 9-year-old Muddins Bay gelding. And again, ultra consistent. He can sprint, he can go around the bend, and he doesn't know how to run a bad race. And he's definitely a worthy contender, definitely one for the short list. Number 3, Pacific Duke from the British Style-Off Yard. Jared Penny gets the ride. He's had a couple of starts in Zimbabwe and hasn't really shown much yet to date, and it really needs to show a big improvement to be a threat in this race. I think let's watch him for now and see what Bridget has got out of this Duke of Marmalade gelding going forward. Number 4, At the Office. Again, a horse that seems to have lost his way a bit. He is a horse that needs distance, unfortunately. He needs 18, 2,000 plus. But his form of late has been that hasn't been that great. He's been running there and thereabouts over 2,000, 2,700. I think the 1,500 meters is going to be a bit sharp for him, though he's drawn 1. T Cool's done a good job getting out and running here, but I just think the distance is going to be against him, and I think there's 1 or 2 others here stronger than at the office. Number 5, Chetan from the Deborah Swanson Yard. Francie Herald gets right on this 3-year-old Flower Addy filly, and the Flower Addies really are doing well in South Africa, especially the fillies. And this 3-year-old has been running there and thereabouts, not far off from each and every start, after winning a maiden. 3 lengths behind Differentiate, good run behind Cool Solution last time out, and I think this horse is a big, big runner. Then number 6, Alba Warning from the British Style-Off Yard. Well, this horse has been sprinting, going around the bend for the first time. And on penultimate start behind Emily's Song, well, that form has been franked slightly with the Mill Creek coming out and winning. But his first time around the bend, Walter Shumba gets a ride, and I think experience will be on the side. So we narrow it down to is Differentiate, Cool Solution, and Chetan. And having looked at the form line very closely, I looked at that Differentiate form line with Chetan. Chetan is 7 kgs better off in the weights with 3 kg beating 55 kgs in the back, and that's my choice. I'm going number 5, Titan, to win the third of the afternoon. From number 2, Cool Solution, and then number 1, Differentiate for third.
Well, not stuck up. She just had a good look around. I said, yeah, well, she does. Even, yeah, she's very laid back. She doesn't. She used to do that to me. I don't say like often, but she did once or twice. I said she has a good look around. She doesn't just like wander. So down at the 1500-meter mark, run is coming forward for race 3. Alba Warning goes in. At the office, Pacific Duke. At the office, he's in 1. Shatan loaded. Working on Differentiate. Antlers out the way. And now, where they go. They broke in a nice line. Differentiate came out quickly together with Pacific Duke, and on the far side there, moving up, that looks like Cool Solution. But Pacific Duke's having none of it, and Pacific Duke takes up the running from back in second, Cool Solution. Differentiate's perfectly placed in third. Just behind that, we find Shatan trying to go forward. In between runners there is at the office at the back of the field, and just ahead of him is Alba Winning. So it's Pacific Duke in the British style-off colours. He's out in front, using his big action, leads by a length. Back in second, we've got Shatan. On the paint, we find Cool Solution in a nice position. Then we find just behind that That looks like elbow warning. Differentiates got 5 to go, but in no panic mode yet. And at the back of the field, that's at the office. They approach the 650-meter mark, and they're going to be swinging right-handed just now. And Pacific Duke and Chitan open up a lead from Cool Solution. Back and forth, we've got elbow warning. Differentiates got 6 to go. At the back of the field, we find at the office. They're homeward bound here with 450 to go. A line of 3, and it's out in front. Pacific Duke. Back in second, we've got Chitan. Differentiates made her way to the middle of the course. She's starting to run on, but still got 5 to go. Back on the fence is Cool Solution. It's Pacific Duke and Chitan. Back in third, we've got Cool Solution at the office, and Differentiate starting to come home strongly now. It's Pacific Duke. Can he keep rolling? Because Differentiate's coming quickly down the middle of the course. Differentiate, and at the office down the inside. Differentiate's going to get up and beat at the office. Third will go to Pacific Duke, and fourth will go to Cool Solution. Well, a very good ride here by this young man, Gumede. He took his time, came to the middle of the course, and Differentiate will pick them up in the shadow of the post. Back on the inside at the office, runs on strongly, but Differentiate will beat at the office. Third will go to Pacific Duke, and fourth will go to Cool Solution. Then we had Chitan, and at the back of the field, elbow warning. And now, where they go.
Third of the afternoon was won by number 1, Differentiate, and a good ride from Tapiso Comedy. 16.5 kgs. He never panicked. He let them go. But when he got this filly rolling, she absolutely flew up to win a very good race here for the Brumby Syndicate, nominee Grant Littleford, who I've got with me. I don't see any trainer or jockey here yet, so let's get Grant across. Grant, well done. I mean, I personally was concerned about the 16.5 kgs. There's a lot of weight for a small filly. But patient ride from the jockey. I thought it was a very good race, and she flew up.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. We were also a bit concerned about that. I must admit, Gokin was very confident, and he did give us confidence. But you do have to consider the weight. And well done to the jock. I mean, he did really run a good race. At one stage, we were a bit concerned he lost all his position coming around the bend, but apparently the horses came back onto him. And then in the straight, he really did take off. So it was a great ride. Just well done to the syndicate. We got a few members here. We really have had a lot of fun. We got 2 more in the next race. Let's see how they go.
Well, it's nice to have them here. I know it's been a difficult syndicate to get to races on a regular basis for various reasons, golfing and other issues, but it's nice to have them here.
Yeah, it is great. It is a lot about the golfers. We got 10 golfers into the school, and Wednesday's never going to be easy. Saturdays never seem to be easy. Sundays they're resting, so there's always an excuse, but we've got a few today. So thanks a lot.
Well, nice to have a winner when they're here, so that's good. Well done.
Okay, thanks. Thanks.
Tapiso, congratulations. Welcome to Zimbabwe. First time you've been here, and how are you finding things?
Yeah, everything is going well at the moment, sir. I had a second in the previous race, and I won the other one. I'm very happy to be here. It's a nice race course also. It's my first time here. Nice to have a winner.
Tell me about this horse, because, I mean, you had a lot of weight to carry, 16.5. They went quick, and they opened up quite a bit of gap, but you were patient on her because obviously the weight was a concern, but you timed the run to perfection.
Yes, sir, I had to wait because I know that she have a good 10 of foot, so I had to time my writing. As soon as I timed my writing, she kicked so well, and then she won a very good race today.
Well, nice to come to Zimbabwe. Nice to have a winner as well. So you've had one up, so everything from now on is a bonus.
Yes, sir, let's hope everything's going to go according to the day as it's going now, second and the winner. Let's hope we're going to talk again this time.
Well done.
Thank you very much, sir. I'd like to thank my sponsor, Kenneth Fender Photography, and trainer that flew me here. Thank you very much, and the owners as well. Thank you.
Well done, Tapiso.
Thank you, sir.
There from Tapiso Comedy. First time in Zimbabwe. He unfortunately was supposed to come for the Ergo Grand Challenge meeting, but had flight complications, and he's come up this meeting here, and he's come off and finally won his race here, third of the afternoon, his second ride of the day. He finished second early on, and he won a good race on Differentiate. I thought a very, very good, confident ride on this filly and this mare. He timed to perfection. He asked the question, and top ride from young Tapiso Comedy. Second place went number 4 at the office. Another older horse that found a leash of life here today. He came rallying off from the back of the field, flew up, did everything right, just couldn't match strides with the horse finishing on the outside of the field, but much better run from at the office. Third place, number 3, Pacific Duke. Improved run from this Duke of Marmalade Gelding. Obviously, there's more to come from this, I hope. And for fourth, number 2,
So the runners for race 4, a merit-rated 80 handicap, now about to leave the parading and make their way down the chute to the left of the grandstand, and they'll canter all the way down to the 1100-meter mark and return for the running of the first leg of today's jackpot. Off time 1:55. So we got approximately 9 minutes to go. First runner to come out on parade is horse number 1, Citrus Doll, the mount of Jared Penny. Number 3 is Tradition Antique Gold. Next runner to come out on parade is horse number 4, Veseo and Tabiso Gumede. Well done to Tabiso on his win in the previous race on Differentiate. He's looking to make the connections happy here with Veseo with a quick double. Going past him is number 6, Just Adore Her, and Francois Herold. Number 7 is Powder Puff, racing with a white cap, and Walter Schimber. Number 2 is True Beauty, Tulip Way. Take that back. Tulip Way and Norbert Takawira. And completing the lineup will be horse number 5, Vara Glow and Monashe Joshi.
The fourth race today at Bardell Park is the merit 80 handicap over 1,100 meters. 7 runners going to post, and it's also the first leg of today's jackpot. So if you didn't get any of the earlier winners in the first 2 legs of the pick 6, well, here's a chance to get onto the jackpot. Races 4, 5, 6, and 7. Tricky races again because there's horses with form, but the weight differentiates huge here. And let's start with number 1, Citrus Doll. Ultra consistent, Duke of Marmalade gelding, who's very, very versatile. He can sprint, he can go middle distance, he can stay. I thought the last time out, going back up the straight over 1,100 meters in this harder going would be a bit tough for him. But off no weight of 52 kgs, he ran a cracking second behind the very talented Odin. And now it drops down from an MR95 to MR80.
Sorry, Thomas, an urgent
kgs.
call for Deborah Swanson to the boardroom. Call for Deborah Swanson to the Stipes board.
Right there, in case Debbie hasn't heard that, there's an urgent call for Deborah Swanson to the Stipes room, in case you hear me now. But going back to the runners, and Citrus Star now carries 60 kgs, a lot of weight to carry. He could be the class act in the race, but I'm just worried that some of these younger horses or horses in this race with a lower weight might get the better of him. But he's honest, he fights them out, and he'll be there in the finish, no doubts about it. Number 2, Tulip Way from the Deborah Swanson yard. Norbert Takawira gets the ride. Ultra consistent, been doing well around the bend. Back up the straight. I think in earlier form she had a bit of sprinting form, but her form of late has been pretty consistent around the bend. I'm not sure she's enjoying this harder going. And on form, she has to improve for me to win here. But having said that, Differentiate came out and won and has franked the form. Number 3, Tradition. Here's a lurker in the pack. I do think this horse is better than his previous form. He won a good race when beating Vesio back in March. He's always there and thereabouts, ultra consistent, and I think this horse could be a lurker in the pack. If he's back to his best form, line through Vesio, he has to be in with a chance. Number 4, Vesio. Well, this is a horse that has got all the credentials to win this race. She's carrying earmuffs and compression masks, but she has got an issue with the pens. She didn't load last time out. Hopefully they've worked on that, and if she gets in the pens and she runs, she's very quick, she's very speedy. 1,100 meters will shoot down to the ground, and I do think she's a big, big runner. Though the stable elect from the yard, if you heard Glockenturzi early on when I asked his next best 3, he went for Powder Puff. Number 5, Vara Glow from the Glockenturzi yard. Vanessa Harrison owns this 5-year-old Vara gelding. Had good form in South Africa. It's come to Zimbabwe after a very long rest. Came up and was well beaten first time out by Alma Shriek over 1,200 meters. I'm sure this horse will improve in that run, but I'm going to give it one more start before I start looking at it closely. Number 6, Just Adore Her, another one that's just come from South Africa. This 5-year-old mare, Justice Wells, had a good start last time out. Not beaten by 10 lengths by Alma Shriek. I think looks for further, and obviously coming off PE form, and will obviously need to improve a bit more. And I think give it one more run before I adjust to her. Then number 7, Powder Puff. Well, this is the one Gok can tell you fancy quite a lot. Go back to penultimate start, a good one behind Varnica. She absolutely flew. Walter Schumber rode her that day, and he gets the ride again. And 7, Powder Puff, looks like a stable elect, speaking to Gok and Terzi, and must be respected. So like I said, a very, very tricky race and hard to gauge by it. It really, for me, all stems about whether Vesio actually gets in the pens. Because if Vesio gets in the pens, I think she's the horse to beat, irrespective of the Gok and Terzi's tips. I'm going to go number 4, Vesio is my first choice. But second, I'm going number 3, Tradition. I think this horse will improve a lot, and I think he's a big, big runner. For fourth, number 7, Powder. For third, number 7, Powder Puff. And for fourth, number 1, Citrustal.
Hey, so have you guys got a plan of action? Oh. Okay, no, no, no. Sorry. You like Armstrong? I mean Gladstone. No, did you like it? I'm just saying. 6, 27. So Kumalo, after the July, Snaith fired him, and then Vaughan Marshall picked him up. Now he's riding all Vaughan Marshall's winners in Cape Town. Snaith, then he double engaged and took the ride on thing, the winner. Goodness me. Right, how much time have we got? Can we get noise levels down here? Have you ever been in here? Have you ever been in here? No. The roll. They call the roll. Supposed to be the roll. Not the rolls. No? No, they're all running? There's a nice picture there. We'll compare the South African feed and that's our local one. Stipes, she's on her way now, passing the 600-meter mark. Debra. Confidential, this office. Sworn to secrecy. Hey? I don't know what would have happened, but it would have been an embarrassment for everyone. Eye in the sky. Where's Broncos? Huh? She comes to town to play Lacrosse, and then she comes for the agricultural show. I never saw. Yeah, popped in for a bit, yeah. Moors are down. So no betting. So the runners for race 4, the MR80, about to make their way into the starting stall machine for the running of the first leg of today's jackpot. Once again, the white cap is on board Powder Puff. Same colors are on board Viseo. So they're working on Powder Puff. Powder Puff goes into stall gate number 5. Next to go forward will be Citrus Doll into 1. And the orange and white colors of Ash Dixon. Tradition to go forward into 7. Varaglow goes into 4. Just the door into stall gate number 2. So we're just waiting on Tulip Way with the blinkers. Tulip Way goes forward. Vaseo lashing out and connects one of the starting stall team at the back of the gates. Unfortunately for the handler, he might have been on the receiving end. Could have ducked out of the way as Vaseo lashed out badly at the start. Trying to straighten her up. Jockey Gumede in the starting stall machine, waiting on Vaseo to join him in the stalls. 3/4 of the way. Backing away, Vaseo. Vaseo backing away now. Handler's trying to get her to come forward. Handler seems to be back on his feet. He might have just ducked out of the way. So the runners waiting on Vaseo. The 6 runners loaded, standing quietly. Vaseo to straighten up. Vaseo just not cooperating at the moment. Turning sideways. Starting stall team getting her to come forward. Puts her head in the stalls, backing away. Jockey Gomede now disembarking from the starting stall machine. By the looks of it, is riding the wrong way. And away they go. They go without Vaseo. Late scratching down at the start. Tulip Way loses 2 lengths. So they quick into stride. We find Powder Puff, who joins up on the rail here from Tulip Way back in second. To the middle of the course, we find Varaclo Citrus Doll on the inside, just a door. So it's Powder Puff with the white cap who picks up the running. The stable companion withdrawn at the start. She's entitled to full refund on Vaseo. Joining there, we've got Star Aglow towards the inside. He's Citrus Doll. We drop a length back to Tradition, and on the far side, just a door. Tulip Way with the yellow sleeves and caps, got 5 to go. It's down the middle of the course. Varaglow who leads from Powder Puff. Back in third is Citrus Doll. Just a door is coming under right. We then find Tradition. Tulip Way still got lots of running in her, but she's going to switch towards the inside. It's Varaglow who picks it up from back in second. Citrus Doll switching for a run now is Tradition towards the far side. Just a door, but it's Varaglow who's got this race in the bag at the moment. Back in second, Citrus Doll, but Varago's going to win this one. A good ride here. Second will go to Citrus Doll. Third place will go to Tradition. And fourth will go to Powder Puff. And then we found Tulip Way and Just a Door. Well, Varago makes a winning debut here at Borrowdale Park. It's second start at Borrowdale Park, a winning debut. And well done to Vanessa Harrison. A very, very good ride from Menashe Josh. He had this in the bag and he just sat quietly on her. She'll hold out Citrus Doll in second. Third will go to Tradition. And fourth will go to Powder Puff. And once again, Vaseo, a non-runner, you're entitled to a full refund on horse number 4. Vaseo taken out by the starter for failing to load. It is riding the wrong way, and away they go. Who's got?
So the afternoon was one by number 5, Varo Glow from the Gok Tersey yard for Vanessa Harrison and a good drive from Menashe Josie. And I'm just trying to see if anybody's going to come and interview. It doesn't look like they are at this stage. But number 5, Varo Glow, comes out after his second career start here at Zimbabwe, wins a very good race. I was looking for you. Right, Varo Glow, I mean, had a long break. Durban form wasn't that bad, barring his last 1 or 2 starts. Took a long time to get him back racing.
Yes, I've been following this horse from day one because I'm quite close to the owner, Vanessa Harrison, and she started off his career with Candice Dawson. He won 2 for her. Then she went to Durban to go for the Polly, and didn't really work out, so they gave him a bit of a break because he had issues with his feet. And then at that time, Vanessa phoned me up and said, would you like to give him a go in Zim? She'd like to get more wins for the mare, Jetta Glow. And I said, yeah, let's give it a go. We're towards the end of the season. I'm sure he can pick up something. And he surprised me. I was actually planning for him to win next meeting, and he won 1 race too early, but that's fine. He showed guts and heart today, and he's actually a very good horse, and I'm very proud of him because he didn't need it today, and he still showed determination to win.
Yeah, the music, he was on the pace, he enjoyed it up there, and when he asked the question, he dug down deep.
Yes, he came with a reputation of being a bit lazy. That's why they had the tongue tie on him and the blinkers and cheek pieces. So he took everything off, and at the back of my mind, I was a bit worried he might be lazy, but Menashe said he grabbed the bit. He's obviously feeling good at home. Work was good enough. And yeah, thanks to Vanessa Harrison for the support, and I'm glad she got a win in Zimbabwe in her colours. So well done to her, well done to Mrs. Peach, to the whole team. Everyone's worked hard. Menashe works for our yard very well in the mornings. He helps us a lot, and he deserves a winner. So well done on his double so far.
Well, nice day so far, 3 winners on the board, so well done.
Thanks so much. It's been a great day.
From Gok Tersey, the winning trainer of Varo Glow, well done to Vanessa Harrison and Menashe Josie for the jockey. And this 5-year-old Var Gelding comes out and wins his 3rd career start. Then a bad Durban form, and obviously the long rest was a bit of concern, but no worries about second on after rest syndrome either, and his wins a very good race. Second goes number 1, Citrus Dial, ultra consistent. He's gutsy, he tries, and just maybe the weight was what told. 3rd went to number 3, Tradition. I thought a good run from him. I liked him to run a big race today. And 4th went to number 7, Powder Puff.
Race 5 in today's program is a MR80 to be run over 2,000 meters. One scratching was number 5, Wild Heritage. And that leaves us with 5 runners, a couple of cap changes. Was number 2, Jubilee. Francois Herald to wear a black cap. And number 6, Magic Vision, Jared Penny to wear a white cap. Black cap on Jubilee and a white cap on Magic Vision. And the first horse to come out on parade is one of the fancied horses, number 1, Mazakan. Norbert Takawera on board for Deborah Swanson, racing the colours of Duncan and Jackie Coxedge. Lovely to have the Coxedges on course today to watch their runners on show. Horse number 3, Obscure, racing the General Fixed Syndicate. Also happy to have Kirsty Steidolf on course. T. Gould on board for Bridget Steidolf. Number 4, Cavani, racing the colours of Genghis Goxel, Tabiza Gomede, Gokhan Terzi the conditioner. Number 6, Magic Vision, also for the General Fixed Syndicate, with a white cap and Jared Penny. Turning to go down is Obscure, followed on by Mazakan. And then we're just waiting on horse number 2, Jubilee. Cavani on his way down. Jubilee to complete the lineup is yet to come out of the parade ring. So Obscure on his way down, Mazakan on his way down, Cavani, and turning to go down is Magic Vision with a white cap. At the moment, T. Gould leading the championship here in Zimbabwe with 21 winners. An update, he rode a winner earlier on board a pickup ride for Deborah Swanson for Mill Creek, so that was a good win for Teak. So here comes number 2, Jubilee, and Francois Herald. Please ignore that earlier cap change. It's not a black cap, it's the normal cap, yellow with a purple star. So these 5 runners on their way down to the start. Not too sure if Tom will be previewing this race. He has a runner in the race, but let's go down to the parade ring.
Race 5 this afternoon is an MR80 handicap over 2,000 meters. We got one scratching in number 5, Wild Heritage, leaving us 5 runners to go to post for this race over 2,000 meters. Small field, but competitive field, and we could be in for a good race here. Number 1, Mazakan from the Deborah Swanson yard, and Norbert Takawera gets a ride. Had come from South Africa, very much staying type. Had a good sprint up over 12.60 behind Varnica. Then came out in Public Cup last time out and ran 3rd behind Bugatti Blue over 1,900 meters. The further they go, I think the better this horse will be. It's 3rd on after having come back from South Africa. So he looks cherry ripe for this race. 61.5 kg is a lot of weight to carry, but he could be the class act in the race, and definitely one for the short list. Number 2, Jubilee. This 4-year-old giving the green light from my yard. Never knows how to run a bad race. He's honest as they are. Put a line through that run behind through Tango. It was bottomless. He hated the going and just didn't put up an effort at all. And on earlier form, you've got to respect this horse. Obviously, we're going 2,000 for the first time. We're trying to see if he can go as far as that. He's out of a Fort Wood mare, so we're hoping he does. But obviously, reservedly, we're trying to see how we can fare over 2,000 meters. But if he does stay, I think he could very well be in the firing line. One horse who loves 2,000 meters, number 3, Obscure. Look at her last 4 or 5 runs. She's won 2 over 2,000, and obviously outclassed in the OK Grand Challenge. She beat Bugatti Blue when she won over 2,000 meters early in the year. Bugatti Blue came out and won the Republic Cup last meeting. So she's back over her right distance and all that. But she is carrying 60 kgs, and that obviously for this filly, used to carrying a bit less than that. But she won over 2 carrying 60. So big runner, favorite distance, one for the short list. Number 4, Cavani. Ultra consistent. He's always there and thereabouts. He ran a good race, beating Tiger's Eagle over 1,800 meters. Was disgraced over 19 behind Countess Vivian. That differentiated form line is there again, over much shorter. Again, a question mark whether he actually sees 2,000 meters, but this Coup de Gras gelding, he's consistent, he's honest, and I'm expecting another honest performance from him. Then at the bottom of the page, number 6, Magic Vision from the Bridget Steidolf yard. Jared Penny gets a ride. He's been consistent of late. He's there and thereabouts. For me, he has to improve further to be a big threat in this race. But obviously, watch out for this Visionaire gelding. On best form and early in the career, he could be a lurker in the pack. But for me, on current form, he needs to improve. For me, I'm going to go with the proven horse on number 3, Obscure, who's won over 2,000 to win from number 1, Mazakan. Then number 4, Cavani. And for 4th, number 2, Jubilee.
Runners down at the 2,000 meter mark, coming forward for the running of race 5, a MR80 handicap. The one scratching of horse number 5, Wild Heritage. So just the 5 runners to make their way back. And Gok and Terzi having a red letter day here at Bardell Park. He's already had 3 winners. He'll be looking to make it number 4 with Cavani and give young Gumede a double. So obviously a yard to take into all your consideration and all your bets. As they move forward, Jubilee goes in, waiting on Obscure. With the white cap, that's Magic Vision. Mazakin, the top weight, to come forward. And is out the way, all set. And away they go. They broke in a nice even line with the benefit of the one draw. We've got Jubilee up in the firing line together with Mazakin. Just behind that, Magic Vision. Obscure drops towards the back of the field with Cavani. So it's Magic Vision, a reluctant leader, leads by a length. Back in second, we've got Jubilee. We drop a length back to Mazakin. Cavani's had enough of this slow pace and is trying to loop horses down the back straight, and at the back of the field we find Obscure. So it's now Magic Vision at a good gallop now, leads by 2. Back in second we've got Cavani. Third place belongs to Jubilee. Then we find Mazakin. At the back of the field, Obscure sees all her rivals, but only 5 lengths off them. So we've got stable companions at front end and at the back end, and they're both racing for the General Fixed Syndicate with Magic Vision leading. Back in second, Cavani. Third place belongs to Jubilee. Fourth place belongs to Mazakin. And at the back of the field, we've got Obscure, but only 7 lengths off them. They're picking up the pace slightly now as Magic Vision goes on a click or so, but Cavani's keeping tabs with her. Back in third, we've got Jubilee. He's got lots of horse underneath him. Then we find Mazakin, and at the back of the field is Obscure. They're approaching now the 700 meter mark, and they're going to swing right-handed into the home straight, and it's out in front, Magic Vision by a length. Back in second, we've got Cavani. They haven't gone too hard so far. Jubilee's poised in third. Then we find Mazakin and Obscures at the back of the field, but only 6 lengths off them. They're homeward bound with 500 to go, and Jubilee makes an early move towards the inside. Down the middle of the course, we've got Cavani together with moving up now Obscure. Mazakin still got 5 to go with that big weight, looking for a run on the inside. It's Cavani out in front. Back in second, we've got Mazakin. Third place belongs to Obscure. Cavani with a 2-length lead. Mazakin's trying to get to her, and she's coming quickly now. It's Mazakin and Cavani, but Mazakin, the class horse in the race, third in the Republic Cup. Well done to the Cocksedges. Back in second, Cavani. Third will go to Obscure, and fourth will go to Magic Vision. Well, truly the class horse in the race, relocated from South Africa and added to the ranks of the Deborah Swanson yard. And well done to Duncan and Jackie Cocksedge. Like I said, it was always good to have them on course. And Mazakin made mincemeat of the opposition. Yes, she'll breeze on past Cavani. He really had no answer to her finishing burst. Third will go to Obscure, and fourth will go to Magic Vision. And returning to the winner's enclosure for the fifth race will be horse number 1, Mazakin. All set. And now, where
Well, the fifth of the afternoon has been won by number 1, Masaken from the Deborah Swanson yard, and was the right horse to follow. 2 good runs, good run behind Bugatti Blue, and even though it was 61.5 kgs, he won well. Sorry, she won well.
Get the sex right, Tom. She did. Thank you very much. Very, very chuffed with Norbert's ride. He gave her a patient ride. He was always confident, and he's just at his best. He rides my horses so well. Thank you so much to Jackie and Duncan. They're wonderful to train for, and they've been really good friends to me. And it was Jackie's birthday yesterday, so happy birthday, Jax. Thank you to Andre van Skalk for sending me this filly. Thank you to Titch down south, our jockey agent, who actually brought her to my attention. Very chuffed to have her. She hasn't been here long. She only been at the beginning of June, and I've raced her hard. I would normally race a filly, but she's picked up her feet, and we've been rewarded for it today. So please, Lennon, look after her. You've already hammered her last meeting. Don't hammer her again. There was someone else I needed to thank. Thank you, Gavin McLeod, top-class transporter. I brought her up in fantastic nick. I wouldn't have been able to run her 3 times already if she hadn't been perfectly looked after. So thank you very much to him. And thank you very much to Progress and my grooms at home. They work hard, give me a hard time, and I give them a hard time, but they work hard, and I enjoy working with them. So thank you very much to everyone.
Well done.
Thank you.
Norbert? Well done, Norbert. Nice ride here, nice win.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to thank God for this victory. Without God, everything is possible. So, I was a little bit worried about the weight, and I was like, this was carrying much weight. What can I do? So just jumping me out. Then I stood behind another horse, and after straight, he ran on. Very good race.
Nice win, well done.
Thank you. And I'd like to also thank the trainer and the owner for this horse, and well done to our team at my stable.
Well done.
Thank you.
Jackie, congratulations. A belated birthday present. Well done.
Yes, it was worth waiting for, wasn't it? We didn't do much yesterday. Today was the birthday. Yeah, I'm very excited. Thanks, Debs. Thanks, the stable. Thanks, Progress. Thank you, Norbert. Thank you, everybody involved. I don't think my heart can take much of this watching this. It was very, very exciting. I'm so chuffed, really chuffed.
No, it's a nice filly and interesting breeding as well. So a lot of fun with her.
Yeah, she did well in Cape Town, in Turffontein with Mark de Kock. She's basically a stayer. I don't think she's ever won under 2,000 meters. So, but you know, she's got a touch of class, and yeah, we're looking forward to another good year with her. Hopefully, she's not a big filly, so yeah, and to have to saddle 61.5 is quite a mission for her. I was a bit worried about the weight, but she did it, and that's all that counts. Eh?
Like I said, that's all that counts. Well done and a good belated birthday present.
Thank you, Thomas.
There you have it from Jackie Coxage, whose birthday was yesterday. But nice to come racing and have a winner on there. So a belated birthday present for Jackie Coxage. Well done to Duncan as well. Well done to Deborah Swanson and Norbert Takawira. This number 1 Mazakeen. This filly wins a very good race. Well bred, and interesting to see how she progresses next year. Second place went number 4 Cavani under Tapiza Mkumbedi for Cock and Jersey. Third to number 3 Obscure, and fourth to number 6 Magic Vision.
An equipment change. Horse number 2, Wantage, is to race with cheek pieces on. So the cheek pieces are on horse number 2, Wantage, and in the last race, horse number 2, Cordobeza, to race with Alamites on. Alamites on horse number 2, Cordobeza, and cheek pieces on number 2, Wantage. So the 6 runners have made their way into the parading for race 6. Like I said, the pinnacle plate 95 to be run at 3:05. So approximately 12 minutes to go to race time. The favorite is the bottom weight, number 6, In Rapture, with just 51 kilos on board, in cracking good form, placed in all of the last 5 starts, winning the 5th last start, and going the 1600 meters today with Walter Schimber on board. Cockantesi holding a very strong hand here with the number 1, Finch Hatton, the mount of Tabiso Gumede, and number 3, Edward VII, Menashe Joshi, looking for his 3rd winner this afternoon. So Menashe having a cracking good day out at the course. The danger obviously comes in the form of number 4, Love the View. Thomas Mason, pretty quiet by his high standards of recent meetings. Tom's had a pretty quiet day, but I think he's got his big guns to come in this race and the last race. So Love the View, a nice win of his last start. Francois Herald on board, and then Bridget started off represented by Wantage with the cheek pieces, and Deborah Swanson represented by Vonica. Vonica going around the turn over a mile. So the race conditions pretty much favor the fillies in the race, but the tried and tested boys at the top of the handicap, Finch Hatton and Wantage, and Edward VII, probably give them a run for their money. So the 6 runners leaving the parade ring for the Spinnagle Plate 95. These are our top class horses on today's meeting. And then we'll be on to the Zimbabwe Derby for the 3-year-olds. Just the 4 runners taking their chance in the last leg of the Triple Crown here at Bardell Park. And then on to the 31st of July for the last meeting for the season. So these runners coming down the chute, and they'll be on the main course shortly. Headed out by the old man, that's horse number 1, Finch Hatton, 10 years old. He'll be 11 in 2 weeks' time. He's been a great servant to Genghis Goxel and obviously Gokhan Terzi since they acquired him, and what a fantastic horse he's been for the connections. Number 2, Wantage, now racing in the cheek pieces. We just start off trying to get him to the number 1 box. She's been pretty consistent, just not cracking that winner's box most recently, but a good horse on his day. Not parading is horse number 4, Love the View, on his way down to the start as Finch Hatton turns to go down. Next in the parade is number 3, Edward the 7th, representing Christopher Peach, also a fantastic horse, son of 7th Rock, 7-year-old. Number 5, Varnica, representing Deborah Swanson T. Gould, on board for the Connections, a fantastic filly, a winner of 9 races, going the mile today, and then completing the lineup. Number 6, In Rapture. Not a lot of her, but she's a very racy filly, and she knows when she's at the races, and a fantastic horse as well. Walter Shimba on board for Gokhan Terzi. That's Mr. Moodley and his Connection. So those are your 6 runners on their way down to the 1,600 meter mark. Off time once again, 3:05. And let's hear what Tom has to say about the chances of these runners.
Penultimate race of the afternoon, race 6 is a Pinnacle Plate 95 over 1,600 meters. We've got 6 runners going to post. Equipment change, number 3, Edward the 7th, now to wear steels. And number 4, Love the View, wears a compression mask. 6 runners go to post in this Pinnacle Plate, and obviously a 6 allowance comes into effect here, which does suit the bottom 2 of the page. But we'll go from the top. Number 1, Finn Chatton. This 10-year-old Right Approach Gelding has done absolutely nothing wrong in racing. He's been a stalwart of racing both in South Africa and here in Zimbabwe. Won the OK Grand Challenge last year. And this season he's battled on. It just hasn't quite got to his earlier age. I think age maybe is against him here. And but he's been ultra consistent, never far off them. Always midfield the big races. And he's down division, back over a mile. I think he suits him down to the ground. But he is carrying top weight of 60, and I do think the younger guns might just have his measure. Number 2, One Titch from the British Style of Yard. Jared Penny gets the ride. And this 5-year-old Atto Gelding, he's a model of consistency as well. I'm just concerned about the 16 and the going. I think he's a horse that likes a bit of give in the going. He likes a bit softer. And I do think he's a better horse over 18, 2000. The mile might be a sharp for him, but he's not badly handicapped in this race. And that obviously is an advantage. And he's drawn 1. And obviously something like class comes through. And if he reproduces his earlier form, even though he's against the wrong distance, he could definitely be a lively contender. Number 3, Edward the 7th, another 7-year-old, 7th Rock Gelding. He just seems to have lost his way a bit. There wasn't a bad run behind Bugatti Blue last time, beaten 3.5 lengths. Bugatti Blue came out, won the Republic Cup. I just think that he's just in that stage of his life where there's 1 or 2 of the young guns might have his measure, but expecting another honest run. Number 4, Love the View from my yard. This nice, good-looking Global View Gelding. He won a good race last time out in a weaker division, back over a mile. I think miles is his game. He's definitely more effective over that. I don't think he quite sees 2,000. And his 2 runs in the big races were all wrong. He's not well handicapped, but I think he's better than his rating. He's back over distance, and I'm expecting him to run a good race here. He's definitely, for me, one for the short list. Number 5, Varnica from the Deborah Swanson yard. T. Gould gets the ride. This filly doesn't know how to run this mare doesn't know how to run a bad race. They are trying the mile, but they were quite bullish about running her in the OK Grand Challenge of 18, and she put out some decent work apparently around the bend. So we're going to see how she goes around the bend. She's never done well in the past around the bend, but this is a test again, and it's the right race to try in. She gets the 6 allowance. She's got a nice galloping weight of 52.5 kgs. T. Gould on board, and if she reproduces her form here up the straight around the 1,600 meter race, I think she could well be the one they have to beat. Number 6, In Rapture from the Gokhan Terzi yard, the anti-post favourite. Another horse, ultra consistent. I just think she's been better up the straight than around the bend. She won good races beating Vesio. The Odin form line is strong. She won the 4th pound. She's a legend, and I think that the horses in this race are a bit stronger than She's a Legend form line. But she's got 51 kgs on her back, galloping weight. I just think that 1 or 2 horses here might just be a bit stronger than In Rapture. So a competitive field. All horses got warranted respect in some way or form. But I'm going to go for number 5, Varnica. I think she could be the right one here, off 52.5 kgs to win this race. For second, I'm going number 4, Love the View. For third, number 6, In Rapture. And for fourth, number 2, One Titch.
Right. These 6 horses have arrived down at the 1,600 meter mark for the second last event. A Pinnacle Plate 95 at the top of the board. A bit of money now for Enrapture firms into 16 to 10 as we join our channel 240. That's our racing channel 240. Live pictures coming from Boreal Park. So the fillies at the top of the boards. Enrapture is followed by Varnica trading around about 3 to 1. We then got Love the View at 5 to 1. And Finch Hatton, Wantage, and Edward the 7th bringing up the balance of the betting. But this could be a lot more open than the betting suggests. So runners will be coming forward. Start has been given his cue by our head stipe here at Boredale Park. That's Shane Needham as they start to file into the starting stall machine. Varnica to come forward. Handler's working on Varnica. She goes in. Finch Hatton, old man comes in. Edward the 7th. Wantage, Love the View to complete the lineup. Love the View walking up. Francois Herald on board today. Coming forward into stall gate number 4. Love the View unsettled and he pops that starting stall gate open. Francois Herald's got a hold of him, but he's managed to turn him around. Unfortunately for the connections, he's come through the front of the stalls and punters. He'll be returned to the back where they'll be examined and then reloaded. So just anxious to get on the job. He's Love the View, so he'll be checked over and then reloaded. The balance of the field standing nice and quietly as Love the View returns to the back of the starting stall machine. Trotting forward. And away they go. Well, after that, they broke in a pretty good line. Quick into stride is Edward the 7th together with Stable Compapture. Enrapture, that's the stable companion. Then we've got Varnica. Just behind that, we find Love the View. We drop 3 lengths back to Wantage and Finch Hatton at the back of the field as they start to close up the gap, and there's only 8 lengths covering the field. So they make their way to the 1400 meter mark, and it's out in front. Varnica, a nice gallop been set by her. She steadies the pace. Love the View's having none of this. He moves up into second. Back in third, we've got Edward the 7th. Enrapture's been dragged back to second last. Moving 3 wide is Finch Hatton, and at the back of the field, Wantage, but only 5 lengths off them. So they've slowed up the pace here. Varnica now only leading by half a length. Back in second, we've got Edward the 7th. Finch Hatton's not seen the rail. He's been 4 deep on the turn. As he moves into third, Edward the 7th hugging that fence. Back in fifth, we've got Enrapture, the blue silks, and Wantage at the back of the field with the orange and white silks, some 7 lengths off them. So can Varnica make it a dash for the home straight now as they come into the home straight with 550 to go? Back in second, we've got Edward the 7th. He's made his way to the running rail. In between runners there, we've got Enrapture. Down the middle of the course is Finch Hatton together with Love the View. Enrapture's moving up smartly, but Finch Hatton could have the lead down the middle of the course. In between runners, we've got Varnica. Enrapture's on the stand side rail, is moving up on the inside rail, but it's Varnica who kicks again. Enrapture's coming quickly. Varnica, Enrapture, but Enrapture is going to win this one with Walter Shumba on board. Second will go to Varnica. Third will go to Finch Hatton. And fourth will go to Edward the 7th, then Wantage. And at the back of the field, Love the View. Well, this was a good ride on Enrapture. While everyone was going wide and moving up, he just sat in behind the leading pair. That was Varnica and Finch Hatton, and the finishing burst with that 51 kilos. She'll sail away with this win. Back in second, Varnica. Third will go to Finch Hatton. And fourth will go to Edward the 7th.
Well, the sixth of the afternoon was won by number 6 in Rapture for the Gokken Terzi yard under Walter Schumber, 51 kgs. The money was spot on. She won a very good race, confident ridden by Walter Schumber. She sat off the pace and came through very nicely for owners Mudley, Naidu, and Naidu. And I'm seeing if anyone's coming through to have an interview. I don't see anybody at the moment, but number 6 in Raptures wins are very good, giving Gokken Terzi the 4th of the afternoon. What a fantastic day he's had so far today. And this filly wins a very, very good race. Second place went to number 5, Varnica from the Deborah Swanson yard. Did everything right, tried to dictate the pace, but on the day was just beaten by the weight and the better filly, but a good run in second. Third went, as far as I know, it's number 1, Finn Chatton, a good run there in third. And fourth went to number 3, Edward VII. I'm still looking across my shoulder. No one's come for interview, so 6th of the afternoon goes to In Rapture, Gokken Terzi, Walter Schumber, for Mr. N and S Naidu, and Mudley, sorry, L Naidu and Mrs. V Naidu. Well done to all the connections for winning the 6th of the afternoon.
looking to go the 2,400 meter trip today in the Zimbabwe Derby. Number 2, Beza. Also racing for Bridges Steidoff, the trainer. Jared Penny up to ride Beza. Winner of 2 of her 20 starts, racing with Alamites today. And completing the lineup is horse number 4, Tiger's Eagle, representing Craig Dankwitz and Deborah Swanson. Teak Gould to ride for the very first time, a winner of 3 of her 10 starts. And that's your Derby field for 2022. Obviously, wrapping up the 3-year-old series, we've had the Triple Tiara, and now this is the final leg of the Triple Crown series. So the 4 runners in the parade ring. One scratching of midfield goal. Off time for the race is 15:40 with the start just around the corner. I don't think it'll be much longer before these horses leave the parading, and they'll be almost down at the start immediately. So that's the final lineup for today's meeting here at Borrowdale Park, and then we're on to the last one for the season, the 31st of July. Hope to see you all at the races for that final meeting of the season. So the Derby runners making their way out of the parade ring and onto the main course. First horse out is number 1, Master Ming, the stable companion to the Red Heart favourite. Thomas Mason, the conditioner, Anna Mason, the owner, and Walter Shumba on board. Number 2, Cordobesa for Bridges Stuyvesant Racing, Bridges Stuyvesant the owner, and Jared Penny on board. Number 3, Cut Back. Francois Herald up to do the job today for Thomas Mason and Scott Buchan and Neil Evans. And completing the lineup is Flying the Flag filly Tiger's Eagle. T. Gould on board for Deborah Swanson representing Craig Dankworth. So those are your 4 runners. Turning to go down is Master Ming. Cordobesa. Cut Back. Tiger's Eagle. So those are your 4 runners, and we'll cross over to Tom for his preview for the Zimbabwe Derby.
Feature race of the afternoon, the last of the day, the Zimbabwe Derby, last leg of the Triple Crown. And we've got 4 runners going to post with a scratch number 5 midfield girl, 3 fillies and 1 colt. And obviously a test of 2,400 meters. Only 1 horse has done that, but we'll get to that just now. Number 1, Master Ming from my yard, this Toreador. He's very one-paced. He should stay at the distance, but his form is not very inspiring. And obviously we're just hoping that he runs a good race, but I think he could be well outclassed. Number 2, Cordobesa from the British Stuyvesant Yard. Interesting runner this, going back to Cape Town form, the Durban form. She ran a good third behind Cape Town Beauty over 1,900 meters on the poly. And then since relocating here, came up first in the heavy going and beat 7 Seas. We saw 7 Seas come out and win the OK Grand Challenge. But her last 2 starts had definitely been way below par. And I think on that, she needs to really bounce back to trouble the 2 fancy runners. The hot pot favourite in the race, number 3, Cut Back from my yard. She's the smallest filly I've ever seen in training, but my God, can she run. She's got the heart. She was very unlucky in the Oaks, got nabbed late by Empress Jade, who rallied back at her. But she's ultra consistent. She doesn't know how to run a bad race, and she looks the right horse in the race. I think she will stay, and obviously the horse that all have to beat. The only horse that knows who does stay is number 4, Tiger's Eagle. Penultimate start, she won a 2-7, beating Days Gone By. And on that performance, you've got to respect her as she does stay. Last time out, she's well held by a cutback over 2,000 meters in the second leg of the Triple Crown. In the Oaks, that was the Oaks. So she has to improve on natural form line with cutback, though we're going 400 meters further, and we know she stays. So those are the 4 horses for the Zimbabwe Derby. I'm sticking with my filly Cutback. I think she's still good enough to win this race, and I think she'll stay. From number 4, Tiger's Eagle. Then number 2, Cordobesa. The 4th, number 1, Master Ming.
Right, the starting stall gates have been shut, and the 4 runners for the Derby are about to make their way into the starting stalls at the 2,400 meter mark. Master Ming goes in. Tiger's Eagle. twice the size of Cutback, one would have to say, but Cutback, very speedy individual over the last 400-500 meters, so she'll be waiting to pick them off. So it's just Masterbing and Tiger's Eagle loaded. We're waiting on Cordobeza and the red odd favorite, Cutback. Masterbing just getting a bit jittery in the stalls. In goes Cutback now, going into stall gate number 2. Where will the pace be? Cordobeza to complete the lineup. Tiger's Eagle just also getting a bit edgy. So only a small field, but a few of these horses just getting a bit above themselves in the pins. Cordobeza loaded. And Cutback has broken through the front of the starting stall machine. Both Cutback and Tiger's Eagle, like I said, were getting a bit edgy in the pins. And this might not be going down very well with favorite backers. Cutback's going to have to return, but once again, Francois Herald did a sterling job of pulling her up. Returning to the back of the starting stall machine. Tiger's Eagle now a bit more settled. They're backing out Cordobeza. So just the 4 horses, but a bit of drama down at the start there. Cordobeza has been backed out. Cutback, return to the back of the stalls. All looks good. Only a little girl, but she runs really fast, like her trainer said. Cordobeza goes back in. Cutback to complete the lineup. All set. And now, where they go. So, Tiger's Eagle, with the benefit of the number 1 draw, will come out in front, and she's happy to take up the running. Back in second there, we've got Cordobeza. Cutback's looping runners now on the far side, or is that Masterbing, a stable companion to Cutback's looping runners to try and get closer to the pace. And Francois Herald settled Cutback, the favorite, at the back of the field, and she's now nicely switched off. So it's Tiger's Eagle who leads by length. Back in second, we've got Masterbing. He would like them to go a bit faster. He's reefing there down the back straight. Then we find Cordobeza in third. Cutback's been settled some 6 lengths off them. So a fair gallop for a 2,400 meter race, and Tiger's Eagle happy to keep Masterbing off the rail and leading. Back in third, we've got Cordobeza. She's traveling well, and Cutback at the back of the field, but only 5 lengths off them. Going past the 1,600 meter mark, and Tiger's Eagle. T. Gould on board, racing in the colours of Craig Dankwitz. That's the gold and black checks, leads by half a length. Back in second, we've got Masterbing. In third, we've got Cordobeza representing Bridget Steidoff, and at the back of the field, that's the favourite, Cutback, but only 5 lengths off them as the field takes nicer, closer order. Approaching the Staffs Tower and 1,300 to go, and Tiger's Eagle still seen no dangers, leads by a length. Back in second, we've got Masterbing. He's been off the paint. Cordobeza's enjoying the run. Cutback's going to wait for the home straight. She's still some 4.5 lengths off them. So has T. Gould got the fractions right here at Borrowdale Park? Tiger's Eagle's going to make them stay. Well, that's one thing for sure. Masterbing still pressurizing her. Back in third, we've got Cordobeza, and Cutback's been hauled out for one late run down the straight here at Borrowdale Park. As Tiger's Eagle still travelling well underneath Gould, leads by a length. Masterbing's now looking like he's coming up for oxygen. Back in third, we've got Cordobeza, and Francois Herald's creeping closer on the favourite. He's going to swing into the straight in the middle of the course. So it's now Tiger's Eagle, but Cutback's quick to attack down the middle of the course, and she rallies up quickly to join him. Back in third, we've got Cordobeza. In fourth is Masterbing. Tiger's Eagle, can she find the reserves to hold off Cutback? Cordobeza could be the danger on the inside as Cutback strikes the front now. It's Cutback from back in second. Tiger's Eagle. Third place belongs to Cordobeza, but Cutback a length to spare, but Tigers is coming again, and it's the Eagle. It's landed, but there could have been something full of the saddle there. Just hold on to your tickets. There could be something on the grass. Third will go to Cordobeza. Second will go to Cordobeza, and third will go to Cutback, and fourth will go to Masterbing. Well, there was something that came adrift at the 150 meter mark. I'm not too sure if there was a packet or his cap. It could have been his cap. That's correct. His cap has come off the head of T. Gould. So no concerns, ladies and gentlemen. The cap came off his head at the 150-meter mark, and Tiger's Eagle will make them stay and pay. Back in second, Quarter Bears. A third will go to Cutback, and fourth will go to Master Ming. Well done to Craig Dankwitz, Deborah Swanson, and T. Gould.
And kept galloping under a good drive from T. Gould. Deborah, well done. We know she stays, and she won a good race.
Thank you. Thank you so much to Craig. Him and Kirk bought this horse on an online sale, and she's been being honest as she played in her hands today, because she tends to lap and do a little bit too little up there. Even the 2.7, she did that when she won that, but because it was 2.7, she still pulled it off. So Teak timed it perfectly. He rode it beautifully, punched her out nicely at the end, and just a lovely. I love this race, and very, very honoured to have won it, and particularly honoured to have won it for Craig. He's been a huge support to so many of us in racing, and I'm just glad that we've pulled it off for him. I look forward to seeing him with the big gold cup. Thank you very much.
Well done, Debbie. Teak, well done. Nice ride. Took her to the front, dictated the pace, and fractions on your own, and just did a build by herself, and she dug down deep.
Yes, I actually knew a bit about her because I got beat by her. And yeah, from that run, I watched her in the front, and she's just such a big filly. And she just, once she gets to the front, she just drops it, and she completely idles, and she doesn't use up any energy. And she's got such a big action that she just plods along. And yeah, coming to the straight, she just gave me more and more.
Well done. Nice feature race of the day to you to win. Well done.
Yes, once again, thanks to Deborah for bringing me up and Bridget as well for the rides. I appreciate it. And yeah, I missed out on the last 2 meetings, but it's good to be back. And yeah, almost end of the season, and hopefully I can keep coming and hopefully Zim keeps going strong.
Nice to have you supporting us. Well done.
Thanks, and also thanks to my sponsors, Fuelcom, for supporting me in that. I phone them any time of day and any time of morning. They're always game, and they're there to pick me up, and they play the game. And yeah, it's a big help. And yeah, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them. It's all a big team effort, and thanks to everyone involved.
Well done.
Thank you.
Craig Danquist, congratulations. Well done. Nice to win the feature race at Derby. It's always one of those notorious races that always owners wants to win. The Derbies as anywhere in the world. So well done.
Yeah, thank you, Thomas. Yeah, it's a dream, really. You hear about derbies, but Zim Derby, never mind. It's a derby, so we'll take it. Yeah, beautiful filly. This is what she's bred to do. Flying the flag. Yeah, he was bred to stay. Beautifully bred filly, and I'm just delighted. Thank you to Debs. She's really kept this filly going all season, and a beautiful ride from Teague. So thank you very much.
Well done. Nice to have you on course to collect the prize. So well done.
Thanks very much, Thomas.
We have got Scott Buck in there on behalf of the winning owner, Craig Danquist, winning trainer, Deborah Swanson, the winning jockey, T. Gould. There's the trophy for the winners of the 2022 Zimbabwe Derby. That concludes racing here at Bardell Park. It's been a good day's racing, and we'll see you back on the 31st of July for the last meeting of the season. We wish you well and drive safely.
On Lady Emma Hamilton to come for